Alright, and welcome back everyone to the Osu Taiko World Cup. We're going to be seeing a very exciting match here with China versus Taiwan here in the lower bracket. I'm Ethan, I'm joined by Teasel.
Hey, yeah, we've just come from an incredibly exciting winners bracket match. But I think people probably, overall, before that match even happened, were thinking, this is the exciting match of the weekend. We have, Seed 6 and Seed 7, China and Taiwan, both really, really powerful teams. So, I believe last year China placed higher than Taiwan overall in the final results. But Taiwan has a stronger team this year, I'd say. No, Taiwan got second last year. What am I on about? Sorry, Taiwan did do better last year compared to China. However, we've got a bit of changing in the teams. China did very, very well last year, getting to the finals themselves, and it's kind of insane that one of those two teams is going to be dropping out of the tournament at this stage, as this is the losers bracket. So here we are. We're going to start off with the bans already. China getting rid of Hard Rock 2.
Yeah, and then we're going to be seeing Fremont 2 here being banned. Pretty quick bans, and also fairly understandable bans. Fremont 2 is quite tricky, and Hard Rock 2 is also pretty tricky, although typically I've actually seen Hard Rock 1 weirdly being favored to be banned more by some teams, which is a bit of a change of pace. I think it's because both maps have pretty high SV, so either way, you're going to have some pretty tricky SV. And for some people, I guess the patterning on Hard Rock 2 is a bit easier, depending on your skill set.
Alright, and Taiwan are going to start this off with Double Time 1. Our very, very slow double time map.
Nice 165 BPM with DT added.
Yeah, it's an interesting map overall for double time. It fits the pool fairly well, I'd say.
Yeah. Good slow tech DT to start us off with. Usually you don't see a tech DT being picked right off the bat. Usually it's kind of reserved for later in the match or in the middle, but
yeah, you kind of want to be warmed up before you're going into this kind of map. But yeah.
Yeah, so maybe they prepped just a little bit before this map.
Did the UK and South Korea not pick this map first as well, or am I remembering things wrong? Yeah, no, they picked this map first as well.
Huh. Okay, I guess people are really liking DT1 first pick. Okay.
Interesting.
I like this. DT1 is an underage pick.
Okay, my channel point voting for my team here that I think will win.
Alright, which one? Which team do you think will win?
I've put China.
Okay, no, that's interesting because
I think in the pick'ems I put Taiwan.
Okay.
So I win either way.
You win either way, but you also lose either way. You win and you lose.
It balances out. Here we are, starting off this first map. For China, we have Michael ONL, Shokan, and Super SSS versus High Greeks, Hariada, and Monkey D. Luffy.
Yes, this will be Taiwan's first pick here. I guess a popular first pick for this pool. I guess it's one of the easier maps in the pool, which is kind of weird to say because it's a very hard map still, but it's sort of one of the easier maps in the pool, which might be why teams might be favoring it as an opening pick. But it is still very tricky.
Yeah, for sure.
Especially when it comes to accuracy. I feel like both teams will have pretty high combos, but the accuracy is really what'll decide this map here. And so far, we have Taiwan with the early accuracy advantage, just by a few 100s. And I'm saying that. Ooh. Oh, the Super SSS picking up a miss. And some accuracy.
Really uncharacteristic miss for Super SS, I'd say.
It's going to give Taiwan a pretty decent early lead, but the map hasn't really started yet. Now we're getting into the first PI here. Map's going to speed up just a little bit, and we're going to get into some more technical patterns.
Oh, Shokan missing as well.
Yeah, now there's only one full combo left on China. It's just Michael Onel. And now Taiwan have a score lead of 40,000 here.
Yeah, and with it being such a short map as well, those misses are really significant. Definitely possible for China to be able to come back if Taiwan does pick up like 2 separate misses on their side as well. But that's just got to actually happen in the first place. 60,000 score difference wins in second, yeah.
I think they might also need an accuracy drop as well. Just because the overall accuracy advantage is sort of starting to favor Taiwan pretty heavily now. Although, as I'm saying that, Hygree's picking up quite a few 100s there. They dropped down to below 97% accuracy.
Yeah, the score lead has shrunk by a bit, but with extra 100s coming out from China, Taiwan take the lead back to over 60,000, and with this being pretty much the outro of the map, I'm not sure there's enough time left for China to be able to come back on this one. But that's okay. This was Taiwan's first pick, so makes sense that they're going to perform incredibly well on it. 3,211,000.
A very solid first pick there from Taiwan, and as I said, I didn't expect too many misses, although the misses did definitely impact China's score. There was an overall accuracy advantage towards Taiwan, so even if the misses didn't happen, I'm pretty sure Taiwan would have taken the point. Although it would have been kind of scary because Hygree's was hitting a lot of 100s there towards the end.
Yeah, for sure. But all is good. We're over to China for their first pick now. So hopefully they're looking to win with at least roughly the same kind of score gap. Sorry, my mind is all over the place after the previous match. It was just far too exciting.
Very understandable, and not a surprising pick from China at all. One of the best hidden teams in the tournament, picking hidden for one of their opening picks.
Yeah, for sure.
Shocking.
Yes, but well, to be fair with this this map though, it's a bit different compared to the previous hidden ones of this tournament. So perhaps it's a bit more accessible towards Taiwan compared to the previous ones, and they're also, you know, perhaps always a possibility that China has underestimated that, but only time will tell.
Yeah, this hidden one is actually pretty interesting, because there are some moments where it does speed up, and so it's not just slow, super slow hidden for just the entire song. But it is still very technical and pretty hard to hit, so
yeah,
it'll be interesting to see.
The technical skill of the map has gone up, and the reading is still difficult. It's just not entirely focused on slow reading.
Okay, starting up hidden one here. Starts off fairly slow, but oh my goodness, it's already some very unstable scores here. Harrietta and Super SS trading some misses. Although it looks like it slightly favors Taiwan overall, but only by like just a few 100s.
Yeah, it's a wee bit of accuracy difference. Still 2 double S's so far, Shokan and Hygree's, one on each side.
Yeah, that is very impressive. Even though it's still kind of the beginning of the map. Still having an SS at this point is nothing to scoff at.
Yeah.
Oh no!
I was going to say China picking up quite a few 100s in the 1-3 section, but Shokan also dropping the full combo is going to give Taiwan a good lead here over 30,000 score.
Didn't drop accuracy though, importantly. They're still above 99.5, but yeah, those misses are going to start adding up. And Formless also picking up a miss just as Super SS gets over the 400 combo cap.
Hygree's also picks up a good chain of misses, which doesn't, which leads to Taiwan not getting too much of a lead. But Harrietta also finding a big chain of misses on their own. China has the lead again.
Oh my, yeah, that was such a huge drop there from Harrietta. Just instantly flipped the score lead over to China's favor now, despite everyone outside of China picking up a couple misses.
Yeah, this is still very, very losable for China, though. Especially with misses from Super like that, it's going to be really close. There's only a third of the map left to go.
It is incredibly close here. It could really go to either team right now. This could be an early breakpoint here for Taiwan if China can't hold on to their combos here. And they also need to hold pretty decent accuracy, but that miss from Harrietta will give them some breathing room here in this final part of the map. But Formless trades that miss. So it's actually going to... It's so close here. China need to hold on just for a little bit longer here. It's only 20,000 points.
It'd be so bad to lose a breakpoint on the first map. Here's the speed section. Both missing.
think that miss might confirm it. If everyone inside China holds on, they can take this point. Oh, Shogun Super SS missed at the very end. But is there enough map? There's just not enough map, and China still take it. Oh my.
That was a bit too risk, but China made it. It's fine.
that was a terrifying first pick.
Wow. Yeah. Yeah, really unfortunate for Polomo losing the full combo right at the end. If they'd kept that, I think Taiwan would have been able to take that right at the end due to the double miss from Shokan and Super.
Yeah, there was just enough map there that I think it just did come down to that one miss from Polomo at the very end.
But not to worry, considering China are probably more likely to go for a really good pick for them, and they only barely won that. That's a good sign for Taiwan as they go over to their second pick.
Yeah, and ooh, okay. We're going into the 1-6 it looks like here. It looks like this has been a fairly popular pick. This No Mod 6 and the previous rounds No Mod 6 have been kind of popular amongst teams, I've noticed.
Yeah, it seems like they fill a niche that teams have really been looking for. Kind of builds in a bit of like a speed tech, but kind of semi like full flavor type of thing going on, but not really focusing much on the streams. Basically just on everything but stream that.
Yeah. And I think a lot of players kind of like that.
Yeah, for sure. It's another kind of shorter map though, only just a bit over 2 minutes. So those combos are actually going to be quite important. If you miss right in the middle of the map, you're missing out on so much extra score. That's going to make a really big difference for a map with a much less circle count.
So definitely going to have to make sure everyone can hold on to their combos. Alright, time for Taiwan's second pick here. And this is a little bit of a scary second pick. I feel like there's definitely some potential for China to just take a breakpoint here. Just due to the nature of this kind of map.
One thing that is important to consider with this match is that both of these teams have already played a match on this pool this weekend. So each team also not only has their own scores to look at, and not only do they have the past scores from previous pools, they have the scores on this pool from the other teams.
Yeah, that is
so that will be
something
heavily influencing the decisions. But whether those scores were reflective of what they'll be getting in this match, and there's been extra time for practice as well. We still have 4 full combos on the board, and it's not, you can't really say it's in favor of either side. It's just going back and forth.
Yeah, it's just down to 100 here. Just one team will drop like 1 or 2 100s and it flips on over to the other side. Although, a couple more 100s on the side of Taiwan. Now, China has somewhat of an accuracy lead. But still, 7,000 points with a map with this kind of low of a note count is basically nothing.
Alright, here's the speediest section of the map. China do have the lead on Taiwan's second pick.
This is a little bit scary for Taiwan here. But can China hold on to this lead? Oh, it looks like we'll be seeing some misses. Harriata missing a lot more though. So that
score is not going to go very far in favor of China though.
I know, it's still just really so incredibly close. Yeah, they could not afford any misses here, or even a lot of 100s, in fact. If they drop just a few too many 100s, it'll flip on over to side Taiwan. This might just come down to a couple 100s here at the very end. It's slowly inching over towards the middle.
Taiwan is right there, ready to pick up any mistake that China makes.
It's so incredibly close. It's just going to come down this final section, and China will barely clutch it out to get an early breakpoint off of Taiwan here.
Whoa.
Absolutely incredible scores here. Everyone with pretty high accuracy. Super SS and Monkey D. Luffy going to be the 2 full combos of the lobby.
2,200 points on a map like this is insane. But that's a breakpoint for China. Sadly for Taiwan, they weren't quite able to keep up, even if it was only by the difference of 2,200.
Yeah, I was saying...
Super SSS is also getting a statue.
I was saying there is some potential for China to take a breakpoint on that kind of map, but oh wow, it is very nice seeing it actually happen if you're rooting for China in this match here.
That's the thing, like, Taiwan also had a very, very good team score.
Yeah, it's just both teams are very good at that map.
Oh, yeah. I imagine both these teams are probably very nervous for this match. Like, you know, everything is riding on this one. If you lose this match, you're out the tournament. You're not even getting top 6.
Yeah, you're fighting to stay in, and you're fighting to get a spot in the finals next week right now. So, a lot's riding on this match here, and it looks like China will continue with going with Hidden and going over to Hidden 2 now.
Yeah, and it's really tough because, yeah, Taiwan got knocked down by the UK and China got knocked down by South Korea, which we both just saw play against each other. It's, you know, that they both got knocked down by very, very good teams, and they put up a really good fight against both those teams as well, and we just saw UK and South Korea go to tiebreaker. Taiwan getting 3 points off of the UK and China getting 4 points off of South Korea. It's so difficult to tell which way this will actually go.
Yeah, you could really make an argument towards either team would have an advantage in this match here.
Absolutely. The pick'ems, the Halo Watcher pick'ems, is 59% to Taiwan, 41% to China. Like, even the people can't decide where this is gonna go.
Yeah, I don't see it that close that often.
It's just up to the players to decide.
It just comes down to who gets more sleep the night before.
Yeah.
But yeah, we're on to Hidden 2 here. China's second pick. I want to say it's a little bit scary to pick into this, because Taiwan can do speed hidden pretty decently, but China's also a very good hidden team. So I don't know how this could go. I don't know, because the hidden one was super close. So I'm surprised they're just opting to continue with the pick strategy. Let's just go with hidden.
Yeah, well, it's definitely a strategy, and you know, it's so far on the intro not working.
China's accuracy looks so shaky here in the intro. Everyone dropping down to around 97 and 96% accuracy. Anavis from Minato early on. This is looking very scary for China early on already. Anavis from Super SS.
Ooh, yeah.
Already a 50,000 point. But Yui Miao actually no locks on one of those streams right there. So it'll only be a 30,000 point difference. But Michael Ono picks up some misses. Yui Miao picking up even more misses. But everyone on the side of China just keeps on trading it, so it's just going to still favor Taiwan.
Greeks also pick up misses of their own, that's going to shrink it a bit. The eyes are on Polymo though, really holding the strength here for Taiwan. Still in that full combo, 99.4.
Yeah,
if Polymo's the one to miss, that is going to very much tie it back up again, especially if they pick up quite a few 100s paired with it as well.
If it's at like the dead center of the map, like around this point, it would actually be like very devastating. But China's starting to pick up a few 100s here. And so now the point difference is more like 42,000 instead of like around 30,000. So it's starting to increase a little bit, because China's accuracy in this map is very shaky.
Yeah, if anything, the lead is growing a bit in favor of Taiwan now. But yeah, everyone's got that over 400 combo. It's only coming down to accuracy.
And if anyone ends up picking up a miss, it'll come down to that as well. But we're about to get to one of the more speedy sections of the map here. And so if anyone's going to miss, this might be like one of the few times to do it. But as the map comes closer to ending here, there's not a lot of chances for China to come back into this, especially because of that miss from Michael Ono towards the end. That might have just sealed it for Taiwan here. Oh, Polo traded the miss, but it was only one miss. Yeah, they fully stabilized afterwards. And yeah, it looks like Taiwan will be taking a breakpoint here. Tying it up 2-2.
Yeah, China had gained the advantage on the last map, but Taiwan made sure that they couldn't use that for too long, taking back China's own pick. Tied back up 2-2.
Honestly, the miscount difference is not that it's not that big of a difference on the miscount. It really just came down to accuracy. Just
Yeah,
overall, Taiwan had the better accuracy.
those are crazy plays though. Having two players with incredibly low miscount like that. One player on 1 miss, one player on 3 miss, and two players on 4 misses as well.
Yeah, and now we have all the hidden maps picked, and we're just going into DT2. Okay, we're just getting hidden and double time out of the way. And it's
Fair
time for
enough.
more DT. Okay. I'm trying to remember which team picked this map. This is the first pick of the match.
Taiwan picked this one. The secret is if you look at the banner for the map on the bottom right, the color that's highlighted around it is the team that picked it.
Oh, yeah, sorry. I
So
meant
Taiwan
for
is Team
DT1.
Blue, so for DT1. That was Taiwan as well.
Okay, so yeah, they're just sticking with their pick strategy of DT.
Yeah.
But this time, instead of more slower technical DT, it's very speedy DT.
Yeah, we've seen players this weekend do very well on this one. So definitely not too fast for everyone. Has some tricky patterns as well, and the SV does get very high. So reading is also a pretty important aspect for this one.
I have been very surprised with how good some teams have done on this map, because this map looks very difficult to play. But players, despite that, are just able to play this so well. So I'm really interested to see how these two teams play this, especially with Taiwan being a pretty good DT team.
Maybe we'll need to go back on this one and give them the top difficulty of this map set.
You know, we treated y'all too kindly. Here's the top div.
I mean, I know it's the semi-finals, but I think the teams are just a bit too good. We need to knock them down a peg or two.
I'm just thinking of, like, was it Taiko World Cup 2017 that had, like, a really difficult pool?
Slit, yeah. That was the year with Slit, I'm pretty sure, is like the hidden, which is like the absolute classic.
Yeah. We just needed to do that. Just kill the players for 1 year.
Let me double check. Yeah, it was 2017. That was the really hard year. Yeah.
But yeah, on to DT2 here. This is Taiwan's pick.
Alright.
So far, Taiwan have a pretty alright accuracy lead even before the Ki starts, and it's actually growing just a little bit as the Ki begins. Everyone's still holding on to a full combo for now, though. But
the higher SV coming in, not tripping up any player, though.
Yeah, everyone has pretty high accuracy here, honestly. And we even see Monkey D. Luffy holding onto an SS here through the entire Ki. Okay. That is impressive.
Yeah, it's crazy that everyone is full comboing with such high accuracy, but Taiwan still has a 40,000 score lead.
Yeah, no, Taiwan's overall team score is absurd on this. Like, if China are gonna win this, I think they're just gonna have to pray for, like, a pretty big drop here, honestly. Just, like, one of the players on the side, Taiwan, just having a pretty big note loss, because the overall just team accuracy from Taiwan is so strong that they can honestly afford, like, a miss or two from, like, one player. Like, it's just that strong. But we're about to get into one of the speed-ups here. See if everyone can still continue on with holding their full combos. Actually, I got
the 1-3 section though.
Forgot about the 1-3 section. We gotta do 1-3 section.
How are they hitting this? It's so fast. They're so good.
OMG. I can't believe my mind just forgot about the 1-3 section.
Here it is, myself. Back to the speed.
And yeah, actually, Taiwan's score lead is still growing. This is absurd. Are they gonna have a trip? We're gonna see. Is everyone in FC lobby gonna FC this? Yeah, there's no more notes. Oh my goodness! What is this? Taiwan picking up. What is the team score? 9 100s from Polomo, Harry Ada with 11, and Monkey D. Luffy with 4 100s.
Who knew that DT2 would be the accuracy battle map of the poll?
Honestly, if you told me DT2 would come down to just 100s on this matchup, I would have called you insane. But it turns out all of these players are insane because they all just FC'd in the lobby. Oh my. Wow. China put up a really good team score there. I was like I know China can play DT really well. It's just Taiwan are just on another level, it appears, right now.
Yeah, I feel like I don't know what to think anymore. We're back over to China's pick, but where do they go from here?
Yeah, so we've got no more DTs in the pool, no more hidden-s. Looks like no mod 2. Okay.
I mean, they got the Brave point on No Mod 6.
Yeah, that is fair. And No Mod 6 does have some tech in it for sure.
So might as well go full out on the tech as well. Getting rid of the speed. Clearly we see that speed, I guess, slightly favors Taiwan. So let's bring it down to just tech and see how that goes.
Yeah, there isn't too many speed maps left in the pool at this point. Because Hard Rock 2 got banned. I think we only really have No Mod 3, and I guess No Mod 5, but that's more of just stamina than raw speed. So yeah, if Taiwan are going to want to leverage speed in the long term in this matchup, I think they're going to probably be sticking to more of like no mods potentially.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, it's these teams are just so evenly matched.
I know, it's like,
yeah,
I'm trying to think of like pick
cast.
strats. I would actually be terrified if I was one of these teams. Be like, what do I pick against the other team?
Yeah,
like imagine trying to think.
You've really just got to go off like, what do we have the best team scores on, and just hope and pray.
Just what do you feel good at in the moment is kind of like the pick strategy. I feel like might be going through some of the players' heads. All right. Oh, an early miss from Shokan on China's pick. It's a little bit unfortunate, but it was so early on that they can definitely recover. But the shaky accuracy is going to make things a little bit tricky. Okay, no one missed the ninja note. Every single match I've casted, someone's missed the ninja note.
Yeah, very slim lead for Taiwan, thanks to what seems like an early miss from Shokan, but things are looking very stable now.
Yeah, so far, it's mainly just coming down to that miss super early on from Shokan, and also just the slight accuracy lead for Taiwan.
Yeah, super struggling a wee bit on the accuracy. I say struggling at 99.
Ooh, but that miss from High Greeks is actually going to flicker on over to side China. And yeah, now China are going to secure a small lead here. But still,
but they can lose it in an instant just as Taiwan did.
Yeah. High Greeks has high enough accuracy here that it's not over for Taiwan at all. And we still have a whole second half of the map to go, and we're still at just 7,000 points of a difference right now. If any player drops like a bunch of 100s, it'll just flip on over to the side of Taiwan, even if they don't miss. It is just that close right now.
Everyone just holding on so strongly now.
I know. It's just coming down to just whoever ends up dropping a few more 100s than the other team. Although China's score lead is growing a little bit, a couple 100s being dropped here from Taiwan.
Yeah, here's the next tech section.
This could catch out a few players. If anyone's gonna miss,
a bit.
It's gonna be here. Oh, and a miss from Shokan. That should flip it on over to the side of Taiwan. Everyone on the side of Taiwan holding on for now. Can they secure this?
Sevgo!
That miss might have been just the crucial miss China needed to secure this point.
That was a huge miss, the accuracy as well.
Yeah,
China
that was
barely just not giving up that break point.
Oh, that is so unfortunate from Sevgo because their accuracy was so good there, and they were holding on a combo for so long, but they missed 10 times in a row there. That is just so unfortunate.
Michael with an incredibly good 10-100 full combo, PBing by 11,000 score.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah,
You
with
love to
a
see
really
BBs.
impressive 15-100 FC as well.
Honestly, everyone in the accuracy had good accuracy. It's like the crazy thing about this matchup is every single time, like, everyone in the lobby has good accuracy. It just ends up coming down to which team just ends up being more crazy.
I feel like I'm constantly being surprised by like what these players are able to do. I always felt like I always attributed Yuemiao to being more of like a modded player, like hidden hard rock double time as well. But getting a score like that on semifinals no mod 2 is incredible. Clearly they have a lot more to show off.
Yeah, I think players are really having to diversify their skill sets here with the addition of 3v3 now, because you can't just afford to have two players that have their skill set. It's sort of everyone has to be more of an all-rounder, and so a lot of players are now starting to diversify their skill sets, which is really cool to see.
Alright, so we're on to, this is Hard Rock 1 I believe, which is Eon. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I definitely want to say Taiwan would be favored in this, but at the same time, China's just been playing so well on Taiwan's picks that it's really hard to tell. But we have not seen Hard Rock yet. We have only seen DT, Hidden, and Nomad, so it's the first time we're seeing Hard Rock. This could change up here. We could maybe spot a weakness from China on this pick here. Or maybe Taiwan would actually open up a weakness on accident, but Taiwan's very good at Hard Rock, so I'm not sure if that would happen.
Yeah, so... yeah, this one is generally less about the reading, more about the technical skill and the finger control and all that, and the accuracy, but from what we've seen, all these players are capable of just that.
Yeah, I would not count either of these teams out of, like, pretty much any map at this point.
Super on 50% accuracy.
Oh my goodness! How do they do it? Okay, well, as we're getting on to Hard Rock 1 here, Taiwan's pick. So far, Taiwan with the early accuracy advantage. Michael Onel dropping a lot of 100s here. A little bit shaky, but still holding to above 98.
Yeah, a nice 15,000 point lead into the first break for Taiwan. We still have 2 double S's for them on Monkey D. Luffy and Harriada. Sevco not too far behind.
Oh, this lead keeps on increasing though, because China are picking up a ton of 100s here. And we haven't even really gotten into the start of the map, really. But the map starts speeding up. Now we're getting into some pretty technical patterns here. Let's see if everyone's able to hit it. Everyone's pulling out their combos, but the accuracy difference just keeps on growing in favor of Taiwan.
Yeah, looks like we've identified the accuracy champions of this lobby. I believe Taiwan had a crazy score on this in their first match this weekend as well.
Yeah, Taiwan's a very good Hard Rock team, so it's not too surprising to see them pop off on this, but oh my goodness, seeing 2 players with near SS scores is still just baffling to me on a map like this. This is OD 9.8 with Hard Rock. And yeah, everyone in the lobby still has full combos here. It's 75,000 points in favor of Taiwan off of purely accuracy here. They can afford a good few drops here with the accuracy lead that they may have right now.
Yeah, here we go, a quarter of the map left, final Kiai, 80,000 score lead. There's just nothing China can really do here.
Yeah, I mean, the only thing they can hope for is a pretty big drop, and that will be a bit of a start, but Shokan ends up trading out the miss from Monkey D. Luffy, and now their lead is just going to grow even stronger here. And as Shokan starts taking out more misses, I think the map is basically over, unfortunately, for China. There's still a bit more map here, but I don't expect too many misses, and even then, I think Taiwan have secured this pick in the bag. And now they will be in the lead in this match, 4-3.
Wow, okay. That is a team score and a half.
Yeah, that is absurd. They didn't
Slightly
get the
lower than
triple
what they got
FC,
against
but...
Canada, but I mean, 7 100s, 20 100 full combo, 18 100 with just 3 misses.
Yeah, like this is OD 9.8, so hitting high 99.7% accuracy is just absurd on a map like this.
Yeah, it's just crazy how much of a score difference that created just from the accuracy.
Yeah,
But that was a really, really good pick by Taiwan.
it really goes to show just how important accuracy is, and I'm sort of starting to lean in favor of Taiwan in the accuracy department overall in this matchup. But China have been shown very capable, and their accuracy is not so far behind on a lot of picks that it's like over for them. It's just generally I'm sort of leaning towards Taiwan having a slight accuracy advantage on most picks. But China have been keeping up with some very solid combos, so if Taiwan ends up picking up any misses, it could be devastating. And oh, we are on to Nomad 1. Okay, well, I guess we're looking for consistency. Now's the time. Although,
Yeah, here we go.
This is quite a Nomad 1 map. As you can see, it's met by Tesuke, and it's also an Osu original. And it is a very interesting Nomad 1 pick.
Absolutely. I'm trying to have a quick look at seeing what both of these teams got on their previous matches. Doesn't look like Taiwan played it in their match against Canada, but I'm going to have a look and see if I can find China's match. Wherever that may be. Here we go. Did they play Nomad 1?
Nomad 1
They
hasn't
did.
been picked. Ooh, okay.
And they got a team score of 2,863,000.
Okay.
They had Super with a 7-101 misplay, Michael with a 34-100 FC, and Shokan with a 27-112 misplay. So perhaps they're kind of hoping that they'll be slightly more consistent on it this time, and can output a really good score that can hopefully compete with Taiwan.
Yeah.
But with Taiwan having no recorded score on it, it's a bit scary.
Yep, they are rolling the dice here a little bit on just trying to predict Taiwan's score. Although, Taiwan haven't picked it yet, so if they truly felt confident on it that they could beat China's overall team score, they probably would have picked it already.
For sure, yeah, because they have that information while kind of keeping their secret, so perhaps China have noticed that and kind of trying to take advantage of a potential weakness.
Yeah. And this is kind of scary because if Taiwan ends up getting the breakpoint here, then they're going to be at match point. And picking a Nomad 1 when you could potentially end up going to match point afterwards, if they end up taking that point, is a little bit scary for China. But thankfully, with this kind of Nomad 1 pick, I don't think we'll be seeing, like... I mean, maybe actually, with these kind of players, you know what, maybe we'll see, like, just near SS scores.
Yeah.
I would not count them out, but this is a very hard Nomad 1. It's a very big step up from quarterfinals.
Yeah, this year's Nomads 1s have... It feels like they kind of slightly move away from just like pure consistency. It's kind of difficult to describe exactly what it is. It's still overall consistency, but it's not easy. It doesn't come down to just a pure accuracy battle for the most part. There's still good opportunity for choking. And we know that Shokan has choked on this map previously in their match against Finland, so... nerves are high.
Yeah, a lot of pressure on both these teams here. It's a losers bracket match. Whichever team ends up losing this match will be knocked out of the tournament, and currently, in this map, it is just incredibly close. Overall, accuracy lead is going to be on Taiwan's side for now, and it's actually growing quite a bit as China are picking up quite a few 100s as the map speeds up a little. Oh, that Mr. Polvo though.
Listen.
That could be huge. They didn't drop too much accuracy, but that was quite a few misses there. That should flip it over to the side of China. But it's doing it so slowly that it's only going to be by like 1,000 points if it actually ends up doing that.
Yeah, it's just because Shokan's accuracy is suffering a bit more, and Polomo's is still very, very high. But misses from High Greeks, it is going to flip it over to China.
Yeah, and now China actually are going to have a pretty good lead here. Because now 2 players on the side of Taiwan no longer have a full combo. Meanwhile, everyone on the side of China still have the full combo in hand. But the question is, can they keep it for the second half of this map?
Yeah, that's the thing. The map does not get any easier at all.
These bursts are deadly.
Burst. Oh no!
That is a devastating miss there from China. Both Super SS and Shokan both missing on the same pattern. And now the score lead is going to instantly favor Taiwan instead now. And we're about to get to the end of the map here. If everyone side Taiwan hold on to their combos, it could stay on the overside Taiwan. But Monkey, Luffy, Shokan trade some misses.
Shokan. Yeah,
but
there we go. Oh. No, it still counts, yeah. I think it still counts.
But yeah, Taiwan there. Let's double check.
Yes, the score did submit. All is fine.
Okay.
Taiwan has won that map by 20,000 points. And taken a really, really important break point here. Getting themselves into match point 5-3. And it's over to their pick. They have the potential to close this match out now. But they've got to pick very carefully, because if China are able to take that breakpoint back on Taiwan's next pick, China only have to win their own pick one more time to take this to a tiebreaker.
Yeah, as I was gonna say, there is a big caveat, because this is their final pick here. So it's a little bit of pressure on the side of Taiwan, and in fact, they're actually gonna ask for a timeout. That's kind of understandable, because
it's such an important pick that they've got to make here. They don't want to be giving China the opportunity to come back from this.
Yeah. And there's not a lot of options here. We still haven't seen a free mod. We got free mod 1 open. And we've got no mod 4, no mod 3, and no mod 5. So it's mainly just no mods and a free mod. That's really all we've got remaining. I'm kind of wanting to lean into them maybe going for like no mod 3 for their final pick, just because Taiwan have been pretty good at speed.
So risky though.
I know.
It's such a choke map.
And no mod 4 is also pretty scary because it's the gimmick map.
Yeah,
and China is a very good gimmick.
Open is insane.
China is like one of the best gimmick teams in the tournament, so it's like you don't want to pick that against them, so that's probably out of the question.
And I was just about to say, I guess no mod 5 would be a good option here. It's like, this is the consistency map overall. A lot of stamina is needed, and accuracy too. We've seen that Taiwan have been very good at the accuracy in comparison. Probably the best pick, and here we go. Extreme time.
Quite understandable, because no mod 3 might be a little bit too much of a dice roll for Taiwan to be comfortable with for their final pick. But at the same exact time, if anyone ends up note locking, it could actually just straight up spell disaster for either team. Just due to it being a stamina map with some very intense death streams. But I will say, the death streams on this map, like, they aren't as long as last week's No Mod 5, but they are definitely more intense when it's happening, just due to the BPM being higher. And also,
something I want to check quickly. Yeah, unless they haven't updated their About Me section on their profile for quite a while. We have a bongo player in this lobby.
Oh, okay.
And this map has quite a lot of mono patterns, and that player is Michael for China. However, It's not really proven to be much of a problem for them throughout this tournament. We've seen some crazy mono bursts in this tourney, and they've been hitting all of them, so maybe they'll be okay, but those are bursts. This is long stamina.
Yeah, I guess the question is, can they hit, like, the more stamina-draining mono patterns? And if they end up missing on it, can they recover quickly to not drop their score too hard?
Precisely. Oh, not a good sign when one of the players is asking if there's 1-3 in the map.
Oh no. That is, yeah, that's not a good sign, but, yeah, we'll be seeing, Taiwan's final pick of this match. Could be their final pick of the tournament here if China end up coming back here. But Taiwan, are sitting kinda comfortably. At least they know that if they lose this pick, they at least have 2 other map picks they could try winning. Although, it is gonna be the tiebreaker and then whatever China wants to play.
Alright, accuracy's off to a wee bit of a shaky start for 2 of our players, Bullermot and Michael. Everyone else holding on to the double S on the intro.
Yeah, let's see how long they keep it though, because it is OD 7.2, no mod.
But thanks for one of our wonderful moderators translating the conversation. It's become a pattern that Shokan has not been practicing this map, because practicing makes them nervous.
I see. I would be more nervous sight reading.
I would too, but here we are.
I guess they just have a crazy sight read buff. And you know what? They have an SS right now, so you know what? I cannot complain. But we're getting into one of the first key eyes and one of the first death streams of the map. Can they hold on to that SS? And it looks like everyone in the lobby is honestly holding on very well with this stream.
Super does drop their double S, but I think it was only 1/100 by the looks of it, so still very, very strong. Taiwan does have the lead. It's less than 3,000 points though.
I think it's off of like... It's actually off of a couple of 100s just because the note density in this map is pretty absurd. But still, it is basically nothing.
Yeah, lowest accuracy in the lobby is 99.64 from Michael.
Yeah, no, that is actually kind of insane. That the lowest accuracy in the lobby is still a high 99% act. But we're about to get into another death stream here. Will everyone maintain their accuracy and combo? Any miss here could be devastating. Everyone is still holding on here, actually. Oh my goodness. This is so close. We still have a whole second half.
The accuracy does generally go in favor of Taiwan, but China are right there to pick up on any mistakes that they do make.
Yeah, the lead has grown on this side of Taiwan, but it's just by so little that, like, any major mistake here, it'll just instantly flip over. Oh, but the 100s, oh my... The 1-3 catches Michael Odell and Shokan out. They're still going to hold on to their full combos, but they're going to drop some accuracy there.
Looks like Monkey also dropped their double S, but the accuracies are still higher on Taiwan. That lead is now 13,500.
The lead seems to be slowly growing as the map goes on, but can they keep their full combos and accuracy? It is so incredibly close, and that miss from Michael Odell might have spelled disaster there for China, as now Taiwan's lead will now grow even further. It should be around like 30,000 here once.
Unfortunately, it's about as clean as the misses are going to get on this map. It's still possible for Taiwan to have a big tank on the final streams here.
This final stream can catch out some players, but will anyone end up getting caught by it, or will everyone hold on? Oh no, Shokan's picking up some misses here at the end. This might be the end of China's run.
I don't think there's enough left. Oh, there's still this stream, never mind. Everyone in Taiwan has to hold on to take this point. And they do it.
Wow.
Over 3 million team score.
Just an insane team score there from Taiwan. 2 players hitting 2 100s and Pulbo with 5 100s there. And Taiwan are going to close out this match.
9 100s total for Taiwan on that map. They made a really, really good call there. Going for the accuracy pick made a lot of sense and it paid off. And they're going to win this match 6-3. So, huge congratulations to Taiwan. They're going to be continuing on to the finals, being with their seed as well. Actually, supposed to be the team falling out at this stage. Unfortunately for China, they are going to be the team leaving the tournament here, but they have put on an incredibly good performance. Definitely, even though it is slightly lower than last year, it's that I think they honestly still perform better than last year. The scores that they were getting on these maps is insane. They're taking a team like Taiwan to, like, just people not even being able to tell who's going to take the match, or even the maps midway through the maps. It's so close, and on a different day that could have gone either way.
Yeah,
but this is how it went at the time that was set, so here we are. Congratulations once again.
I definitely agree with that for sure. Yeah, congrats to China for playing really well, and congrats to Taiwan for moving on through the losers bracket, where now they will be facing Brazil next week in the finals. Pretty scary matchup there. Brazil looked quite strong in their match. They were putting out some pretty good scores against Japan, actually, in their match. Even though it was a 6-0, still some pretty solid scores there from Brazil, and they had a pretty decisive match against the United States, the 4th seed of the tournament.
Absolutely. And we have one final match for you this weekend. It's going to be our final losers bracket match. It's going to be the United States versus the United States versus Chile in about 3 hours from now at 18 UTC. Yeah, so the loser of this is out of the tournament as well. The winner of this gets top 6, moves on to the finals, and will be battling South Korea in the first match to try go for that podium in the grand finals. And after that, of course, we'll be having the showcase for the finals. So yeah, take a wee break, but come back for this one. It should be another really good one.
Yeah, I'm definitely expecting it to be a pretty good match. The 4th seed versus the 8th seed. Definitely could be a close one. And yeah, that'll be it for us for now, but definitely stay tuned there for our final match of the weekend and the map will showcase. But for now, that'll be it for us, and we'll see y'all then.